declawing cats, and you have been a very passionate, outspoken advocate for cats keeping their claws. Speak to kind of why that issue is important to you, and also, why should cats keep their claws?
Yeah, I mean it's amazing that it's amazing that we're still having to talk about this. I mean, I started working with and for cats in the early 90s, and
Mm.
conversation has never changed. And we're still trying to fight for this. And I find that, still pretty sad, especially when close to 30 countries around the world have banned it, and
Mm.
still trying to fight in city councils, and that's a problem. But yeah, no, I mean I'll say this, that 95%, and I am somebody who will, if I notice that your cat is declawed, I'm going to have that conversation with you, not to make you feel crappy about the choices that you've made in your life, but just to make sure you're not going to make it again. And
Mm-hmm. When you know better, you do better.
exactly.
Mhm.
That's exactly right. And I just want to make sure you know better,
Yeah.
and that's the only reason I'll bring it up. But the, I would say 95% of the people who will tell me their cats are declawed will say, but I would never do it again. I know now.
Mm.
Now I know better. So at
Yeah.
least we're one generation removed from that. But
Yeah, it's
I
headway.
think in a bigger sense, we could be talking about debarking a dog,
Mm.
that if you have to change another sentient being in order to make your existence more palatable, then you took a wrong turn someplace.
Hmm.
And that's the thing that I would want there to be a bigger discussion about. It's not just because cats need their claws. It's not just because, you know, we're not just pulling out the claws, we're deknuckling the cat. It's not those real sort of gut punchy places that I want the conversation to be at. It's our right to surgically alter another being in order to make our furniture
Yeah.
safer.
Yeah.
Or even if someone has another argument, even if it's because I have young children, or even if it's because I'm a hemophiliac, or even if whatever those arguments are about, at the end of the day, it's in the back of your head that you can always go for the nuclear option here, in order to
Mm.
make your life somehow more workable.
Mm.
And I would love for us to get away from that. And I was having this discussion with somebody yesterday, actually, about adoption contracts, and how really we're in a place right now where there's so many contracts that are just so onerous in terms of, like,
Mm.
all of these things that you cannot do this and you can and you have to do this. And what I said was, I would be happy to get rid of almost everything that's in, those types of clauses, except for declawing your cat. Like, I shouldn't have to tell you, but I will tell you, don't freaking declaw this cat, you know. And that's about it. When we're talking about indoor outdoor, we're talking about, you know, a number of other types of arguments. I think we need to release a lot of those, but not this one. This one,
Yeah.
I've witnessed more physical and mental anguish from cats that have been declawed to last a lifetime. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone says who's any surgeon who says, well, I do it in a clean way with laser, whatever. I know what that cat looks like walking across the floor. I know exactly what they look like. And if I know what they look like because it changed their gait to that degree, don't do it. You know, I know. See, you got me going. But until we can approach this in a way that there's not this little back door to continue doing these surgeries, um, I'm not going to be happy. I don't see any reason why, there should be a back door. I don't see why, unless that cat's life is in danger, unless that cat has a tumor underneath their nail bed that require. Other than that, I think it should be exposed as being animal abuse, because that's what it is.